Wednesdays at 8:30. That means we're talking to our friends at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And Rich Desrosiers joining us as he does every Wednesday to talk what's going on at the Hall of Fame. So, Rich, good morning. How are we doing this morning?
We're doing well. Thank you. Hey, listen, I know you're talking about Lauren being on vacation and camping, and I have a meme that I keep handy for any time anybody brings up camping. It says, my friends invited me to go camping, so I made a list of all the things I need. It says, number one, new friends.
Yeah, it's funny, Rich. I tried camping once with Lauren. We all did it at the station. All of us did. One was good enough for me.
Yeah,
I respect all the people that love camping. I know people love it. I have family members that do and have a great time. But tell me about it when you get home.
Yeah.
Tell me about an air-conditioned house, as a matter of fact.
My idea of roughing it is a full-size bed instead of a queen-size bed in a hotel. That's roughing it right there.
It can be, actually. I agree with you on that one. So, obviously, man, another week closer. I can start to feel like the real excitement now for Hall of Fame week, Rich. I know it's a few weeks away. I know you got how busy you guys are, but you're starting to feel it now. We're almost at the end of June. We're a little more than a month away from the greatest week in Canton all year.
You know, it's a combination of excitement or total terror to call up the Pro Football Hall of Fame's website and see the countdown clock. You know, the number's going to be down inside 30 and then inside 20 and in the teens before we know it. But it is exciting. It's such a important week for so many businesses, you know, far beyond us, you know, hotels, restaurants, car services. You know, there's people who will, you know, rent out some rooms as an Airbnb style accommodations for people coming into town. This is just a really important weekend for a lot of people.
Yeah, and while we got a chance, we do it a lot, Rich. You guys always do, but let's give a shout out to the volunteers, because I that just to me shows you how much this week means to the people of Canton, the people of Stark County, that every year all these awesome locals come out here, people that live right here in our backyards, come out to volunteer to help us put on the best show for the NFL world, for the sports world, because all eyes are going to be here for that whole week.
And it's some people who are using their vacation, you know, talking about using vacation time. It's some people will use their vacation time and then turn around, you know, and donate it either to us and help at the Hall of Fame, or their volunteers through the Canton Regional Chamber of Commerce on some of the other festival events through them. I mean, we're talking, you know, thousands of people in this community who make this all possible.
It's fantastic, and can't wait to see all of them. And they all, you know, you see your volunteers too, Rich. Every one of them, smile on their face, happy to be helping and happy to help you get where you're going. Any information you need, like they're just some of the greatest people you can meet.
I was walking outside yesterday. I had to just run a quick errand at lunchtime, and there was a gentleman who had his uncle. The uncle was 80. The guy told me that the uncle was 80. He was probably 55, 60-ish. The guy I was talking to, and their spouses were there. So they were coming in from the Pittsburgh area. And he told me, he said, I cannot believe how everyone we run into around here is smiling. And everybody's just so happy. And I think, you know, we are I'm blessed to work here, and we're blessed to live in a community that embraces its guests. And we roll out the red carpet for people. And in, you know, 6 weeks or so, we're going to have, you know, tens of thousands of guests coming into town. So it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and one of the things we want to talk about today was funny. We went over what we're going to talk about. We always go through what things we want to hit. We got a little alphabet soup for the listeners today.
That's what I see. Yeah, that's what I thought this morning. Let's do a little alphabet soup, and let's start with the USFL, because we've got a hometown team in the playoffs. You know, Pittsburgh has been based here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium all year, and they struggled a little bit this season to put together a lot of wins, but they put together enough to make the postseason. So they are hosting a postseason game, and this will lead up to the, you know, hopefully they can win that and lead into the July 1st championship game. And it would be nice to see a nice crowd in Benson Stadium for both the semifinals and the finals. I know last year the finals really drew a passionate crowd of fans from, you know, supporting Birmingham and supporting Philadelphia. And it was a lot. I got to be on the field, actually at field level, for a lot of that game. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that with the playoff game this weekend and the championship game, like you said, after that. Going to be a lot of fun. But that's not the only group of letters You have news.
That's right. Yeah, thank you. This weekend, if you're into something a little bit different, the NHRA Summit Motorsports Racing Super Nationals. Hope I got that right. I know it's something close to that. Is over in Norwalk, which is a little over an hour from here. So I know that is a big deal to a lot of people in this community. That is as close as the NHRA gets to this area. So I imagine there's a couple people listening who have tickets in hand to go over there. And why we care here is it's just another example, Christian and Jacob. It's funny, if you're a musician, you want to be an athlete. If you're an athlete, you want to be a musician. If you're 7 feet tall, you want to shoot 3-pointers. And if you're 5'9", you want to dunk. And everybody always seems to want to be doing something. They love what they do, but they're intrigued by something somebody else does. And the NHRA has some great drivers who are also big-time football fans. So I know a couple of them are coming over here. And they want to try to kick a field goal. So I'm seeing if I can make that happen. But, they just want to appreciate greatness. And we celebrate greatness here, of course, at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And so some of the drivers from NHRA are coming over here before they hit the track in Norwalk to compete for their, national crown.
That's really cool. I always say this, too, over the years, talking to you guys at Hall of Fame. It's awesome to always go there and check out the exhibits. You guys are always there's always new items coming in, new things being displayed. So I always tell people too, if you've gone like a year ago and you go, it can be totally different than the last time you were there. But not to mention also, whether it's in the gift shop or walking around, you never know who you could run into at the Pro.
You never know. That's right. And we're getting real close to certainly the weekend when we're expecting now. I think we're well over 100 confirmed Hall of Famers and families coming back. And, we've tried really hard at the Hall of Fame to make it a reunion type atmosphere so that when they come here, they're relaxed, they're having fun, because we want them to engage with the fans. We don't want them going off on a bunch of, side business trips. And quite honestly, that's what a few of the Hall of Famers told us they felt like was happening. Hey, I come into town and all you want me to do is make appearances and do this and do that. I just want to come and have fun and meet my guys. And so, we've tried really hard in the last 2 years to make it that kind of atmosphere for them. And they're, I think we've done a good job. I think they're telling us we've done a good job. And so more of them want to come back.
That's awesome. And if anyone wants any tickets to any of the Hall of Fame week events, any of the events from the game, obviously we have the concert. There's so many things going on. They can go and buy them at your website.
ProFootballHOF.com. You can find ticket links there for just about everything.
There you go. Rich, it's always a pleasure. We appreciate you always updating us in the Hall of Fame. But before we let you go, we got to give you a request. It's your call Wednesday. So what would you like to hear?
Oh, wow. I was trying to think of something that could go with the NHRA, and these are cars these are vehicles that go really fast.
Yes,
made me think of Fast and Furious. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And maybe if you've got something from the Fast and Furious soundtrack, or maybe something from Pitbull or something like that, just to pick up the tempo a little bit.
I got you, Rich. We'll take care of you. Always a pleasure. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.